What is up, guys? It is Harley back with another video on the FPL Harley channel. Now today I'm going to be doing buy, sell, keep, avoid for game week 3 of FPL. Currently I'm sat at I think 9.8k in the world for my overall rank in FPL after the first 2 game weeks. I had an incredible game week 1 and 2, and I think my main aim was probably to be in the first, 100 or 200k within the first 2 game weeks, and I'm in the top 10k, so it's just incredible. But you know, we're not going to talk too much. We're not going to let this intro drag on. We're back. We're going to start uploading for FPL again, and we're coming back with a buy, sell, keep, avoid. And the first player that you should buy for game week 3 is Romelu Lukaku. Now he's owned by 19%, so it's not like he's that big of a differential. He's like a 1 in 5 people own him. I don't currently own him, but I'm thinking of bringing him in. My team selection video for game week 3 will be tomorrow or maybe Friday, but I'm not too sure about that yet. But he scored in his debut versus Arsenal, and he easily could have scored 2 or 3 against Arsenal. Obviously there was that Leno save late in the game, which was an incredible save. Like the XG on that was probably so high because it should have gone in, should have scored 2. And that was on his debut as well. And Arsenal, you know, a lot of people like to laugh and banter Arsenal. You know, they're currently 19th, but Arsenal are a decent side at the end of the day. They'll probably end up finishing like, well, probably 7th or 8th in the league, but they're still a decent side. You know, it's like the equivalent of Chelsea playing Aston Villa or someone like that. So still a decent side, and it's still good that he got a goal. Chelsea have hard games coming up. In their next 5, I'm pretty sure they have Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man City in the next 5. Yeah, they have Liverpool, Tottenham, Man City, and then Southampton and Aston Villa. So they are semi-hard fixtures, but the point is for me, Chelsea are going to score in all 5 of those games. I can't see them going goalless in any of those 5. And Lukaku is their most likely goal threat, so I think if they are going to score in those games, which I think they will, it's probably going to come from Lukaku, whether it's a goal or an assist. So he's probably going to... Well, I think Lukaku's going to get the golden boot as well, so... yeah, you should probably bring him in your team. It's like... It's like having Bruno or Salah, you know, it's just one of those top premium options who you should have in your team. Now, the next player who you should buy is Jadon Sancho. Now, this one's got a bit of a question mark around it because he's owned by 6.3%, so he's a large differential. I think he just got a... Oh, sorry for that noise. I think he's just got a price drop. I think he's down to like 9.3 and he was 9.5. But he's going to be starting games for United now that he's match fit. He's he's ready to play now, along with Rafael Varane. They're probably both going to start against Wolves. United have semi-easy fixtures coming up. I think they actually maybe have like one of the easiest out of the next 5 out of everyone in the league. So Wolves, Newcastle, West Ham, Villa and Everton. So out of those 5, United should... Well, I can't see them losing any of them, but they should win all of them. And Jadon Sancho, the reason why there's question marks is because a lot of people would like... Maybe he needs some time to settle in. The same with Kai Havertz last season. And that's a mistake that everyone made. Everyone brought in Werner and Havertz as the 2 big signings, 2 premium signings that everyone had, and they ended up to not be that great. But I do believe Jadon Sancho will. I don't know, I have that feeling, but I'm going to try and stay unbiased as I am a United fan. But this also could mean that Wan-Bissaka, obviously on that right back side, if Sancho is going to score goals, then Wan-Bissaka could be one of the people who are getting the assists, obviously down on that right flank. But yeah, it's things to think about. But yeah. Now moving on to the 2 players who you should... Is it sell now? I think so. Yeah. The first one is Ivan Toney. Now again, question marks around this. He's owned by 25%, which means more than 1 in 4 people have Toney. So that's a large percentage. You know, 25% doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot. A lot of the people who are playing the game regularly have Toney in their team. Well, a lot of the people who know a lot about FPL have Toney in their team. 0 goals and assists in the opening 2 matches. Very disappointing. He was good on the attack against Brentford. Didn't really do anything in the last game against Crystal Palace, I think it was. And Brentford have I would say semi-hard games coming up. Well, for Brentford as well. They have Aston Villa. They'll probably lose that. Brighton, Wolves, Liverpool, and West Ham. Like, all 5 of those are hard. And although Toney is their most likely goal threat, I would sell him based on the first 2 games. But obviously, it's fully up to you. And the second player who I think you should sell is Ruben Dias. Now, he's owned by 26%, so that's over 1 in 4 as well. Hard games coming up, and seeing as well, Diaz did get an assist in the 5-0 win against Norwich, but that's probably just a one-off game. Their next 5 are Arsenal, Leicester, Southampton, Chelsea and Liverpool. I mean, I can't really see them getting a clean sheet in any of those games, apart from maybe Arsenal, maybe Southampton. But considering Diaz doesn't really get any goals and assists, he's pretty much in the team because he's a Man City defender and they're pretty much relying on him getting a clean sheet, and I can't see him getting many clean sheets out of those 5 games, if any at all. So that's why if you have Ruben Dias, I would sell him if I were you. But again, it's obviously up to you. Man City, probably favourites to win the league, so having one of their defenders is obviously, it's logical, but yeah. Now on to the first player who you should keep is Luke Shaw. Now keep is pretty much players with a high percentage owned who didn't do well in the first 2 game weeks, but you should probably hold on to them rather than selling them. Now the first one is Luke Shaw. He's owned by 51.6%, which I think is the highest owned player in the game. No, it's 3rd highest owned. He's the highest owned defender, 3rd highest player owned in the game, other than Bruno Fernandes and Mo Salah. Now, he got 0 goals and assists and 0 clean sheets in the opening 2 games, but Luke Shaw is bound to start getting points soon. Obviously, with Rafael Varane coming in, the defence is going to be strengthened, so Luke Shaw's more likely to get clean sheets. And with Sancho coming in, Manchester United are going to be more likely to score goals and be better on the attack, so Luke Shaw is more likely to get goals and assists in these next few games. United, as I said, have semi-easy fixtures. With Wolves, Newcastle as the next 2, and then West Ham, Aston Villa and Everton as the next 3. United will probably concede goals in those games, but I do think they're games that United should win all 5, maybe apart from Aston Villa, which could be a draw, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Luke Shaw could end up getting goals and assists there, so I would hold on to him. Now the second player who you should hold on to is Aaron Cresswell. Now he's owned by 18.1%, which is just below 1 in 5 people. It's about 1 in 5.5 people own Aaron Cresswell. Obviously he got 0 clean sheets in the opening 2 games, but West Ham have easy games coming up. If we just have a look, their next 2 games are Crystal Palace and Southampton, which I expect them to keep clean sheets in both of those. Then they play Man United, which they'll probably lose, but then Leeds and Brentford, they could easily get clean sheets in both of those games. And also Cresswell, although it was I think it was an attempted cross, he actually got a goal in the opening game. Who was that against again? That was against Newcastle in the 4-2 win that he got the goal there. So he got 7 points from that game, but I think it's a good idea to hang on to Cresswell because I think West Ham are looking like a very solid side, and yeah, they're getting stronger as every game goes by, and with these easy fixtures coming up, they could easily get a bunch of clean sheets for Cresswell to get points, but that is why you should hang on to Aaron Cresswell. Now, moving on to the 2 players who you should avoid. So these are players that low percentage owned, but you might think about bringing in for these next 5 games. Now the first one is Declan Rice. He's owned by 4.3%, so that's barely anyone. That's less than 1 in 20. But a lot of people may be eyeing a move for Declan Rice. Obviously, he got an assist in the game versus Leicester, and with Antonio and Benrahma both in form, in top form, getting loads of goals and loads of assists, a lot of people will look at Declan Rice as a 4.5. Is he 4.5 or is he 5? Let me have a look. Declan Rice is 5 million, so he's obviously one of those low budget options for people that might want to bring in a low budget to maybe bring in Lukaku or something like that. Rice looks like a good option, but I would say no to him. I would avoid him. I wouldn't be reactionary and get Rice because he might look good, like I said, because he's 5 million and got that assist, but you should avoid him since, you know, West Ham do have semi-easy fixtures, but I don't think he's going to keep up the goals and assists. Well, he got assist in the last game, but I don't think he's going to get many goals and assists this season, so I wouldn't bring him in. And the second player for you to avoid is Reece James. Now, he's owned by 9.1%, which means that's less than 1 in 10 people own Reece James. Obviously, he got a goal and an assist versus Arsenal, but his next 4 games consist of Liverpool, Spurs and City in those 4. I think Aston Villa might be in there as well, I'm not too sure. But the point is, he's unlikely to get many clean sheets, and if you look at it really, he might get more goals and assists, but I see it as a one-off game, him getting the goal and the assist. I see it as a one-off game in the fact that I don't think he's going to get many goals and assists. He might get quite a few assists, not sure about goals, and in the next 4, he's unlikely to get many, if not any, clean sheets at all. So I would avoid Reece James for the time being. I mean, maybe for the next few game weeks, maybe after the Liverpool Spurs City, but for game week 3, I would avoid Reece James. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you are new, and I'm on the road to 700 subscribers, so make sure to sub, like, and yeah,